Doug Massey, and in this video, I'm going to share with you 5 things that you should absolutely do while preparing to make your first presentation and sale. Now, we're talking whether, and you can apply these 5 principles, these 5 things, whether you sell face-to-face, belly-to-belly, or if you're doing remote telesales. And we want to start off by suggesting that if you're new, we do recommend you subscribe. We're putting out new content, insurance related, like every week. And please give this video a thumbs up. It always helps the channel, and I appreciate that. Oh, and check this out. If you stick around until the end of this video, I'm going to show you how to get both the policy summary and the carrier niche sheet. And between these 2 items, it's going to make your life a lot easier once you've actually gotten in front of someone or you're making your presentation. Either way, just stick around to the end of the video and I'll show you how to get both of these bad boys for yourself. So let's jump in. Number 1, it is very important that you do choose the right word, like a mock application for at least the main 3 carriers that you plan on writing. The reason being, okay, and whether you're doing face-to-face or telesales, but especially telesales, because think about it. If you wait until you're making a presentation, you actually close a sale, then you go into the application process, you're going to fumble and bumble your way through losing a sale. You're not going to make a sale because you fumbled and bumbled in front of the client. The most important thing to me about the application process is that they all have different signature options. That's why I want to do a mock application on either a family member, a friend, or myself. And then I want to make sure that the signature option goes to my smartphone. The way that our system is, the way we do telesales at my agency, 99% of the clients that we speak with are actually on their smartphone. So I want to be able to explain to them what they're going to have to see and do when it comes time for them to apply the signature. And that's why mainly why it's so important. Again, I recommend doing this with at least your main 3, maybe even 4, maybe even 5 carriers if you're using at least 5 carriers. Number 2, use insurance toolkits. Now, I've mentioned this in other videos. They don't give me anything. They don't even give us a discount or anything for using them. But this software, this program is awesome. It does 2 main things. 1, it'll actually help you with your underwriting. So you basically put in the medication that the client's taking along with the medical conditions, and it's going to recommend the carriers that you're already using and which one's going to give the best price and maybe take, I want to say, the type of payment that the client has. And the second thing is it's going to give the price. So not only is it giving you the rates for each carrier product, but it's also helping you with the underwriting. So especially if you're doing telesales, to me, this product is a game changer. I'm a little old school. I still like to pull out the old carrier cheat sheet and use that. But if you're a newer agent, to me, the smart money is using a program like Insurance Toolkits. Number 3, we got to talk about the importance of your presentation. So if you were one of my agents using my proprietary sales presentation, the one that took us years to develop, the one we used in our call center, this thing is gold. And it's not the one that we share with agents. If you need a general presentation, telesales final expense presentation, you can shoot me an email. I'll give you my email address at the end of this video, and I'll throw that in also. But again, I won't be able to give you the proprietary one. That's just not fair to our agents. But here's the bottom line. If you were my agent, I would tell you, whatever you do, stay on script. Don't go doing your own thing. Don't make up your own presentation. Now, it's okay to use the presentation as a guide. In other words, you don't have to read it word for word. The last thing you really want to do is read a presentation, while you're making your presentation and sound like some idiot that's reading a presentation. So that's why it's good to practice the presentation over and over and over. Here's one thing I tell my agents. Very, very important. There is one place in the presentation you absolutely do not want to go off script. You want to do it word for word. And that is the close, because our agents use 2 different closes. We share, again, this is proprietary information. We share 2 different types of closes for them to use depending on the agent and what they want to do. So the thing is, between the 2 of them, you still got to follow the exact script for the close number 1 and the exact script for the close number 2. My experience has been when agents go off script when they're doing the close, instead of closing, they sound like they're giving the client an option to just call back at another time. Basically, losing sales one after another. And it's really messed up. So again, it is super important to stay with your presentation. Don't go off script, especially when it's time to do the close. And number 5, you've got to do the work. Okay, look, I see stuff where agents spend thousands of dollars to get into the business. Then they start the business and they don't even do the work. Like, I mean, you'd be surprised the crazy stuff. I've had agents start making calls and 3 hours into it, send me a message basically saying, oh, this business isn't for me, I quit. Look, you've got to do the work. This business, the one thing about life insurance and or final expense sales, a lot of agencies will push the old, you can do this part-time. My experience, if you're going to do it part-time, you're not going to be all in. If you're going to do it part-time and not be all in on a business like this, you're probably going to fail. I mean, like 99%, like not just like 51%, like you're going to fail. You just are. And you might do that over and over. You might fail over and over and over before you finally get it. So to me, you got to put in the hours. You want to do it full time. You want to work, if you're doing telesales on a platform like ours, you want to work Monday through Friday. You want to put in your regular 8 to 10 hours each day, and you want to make all the dials. So if you're buying leads, you got to make a few hundred dials every single day. Absolutely. If you're on an calendar appointment system like ours, you don't have to do that. You know, you still got to, we still ask you to at least make the dials. You know, you should be, even if you got 20 appointments a day, most of those people are going to get cold feet and actually get buyer's remorse before they even speak with you and get the quote. You got to call them. You got to ring them. You can't just call them once or twice. You got to put in the dials. You got to put in the work. If you don't, how are you going to succeed, especially when it comes to an industry that is based on sales? With that being said, let me give you 3 more tips. 1, when you're smiling while you're making your presentation, now whether it's face-to-face or telesales, believe it or not, especially telesales. Yeah, I know what you're thinking. Well, smiling, they can't see me smiling. No, but they can hear you smiling. So what it does is, I believe when you're smiling and you're speaking with someone, it actually forces you to sound more positive, which to me is exactly the way you do. You don't want to sound negative. You don't want to sound bored. You don't want to sound monotone. You want to sound, and this is tip number 2, energetic, enthusiastic. You want to have excitement. Here's the thing. When you have enthusiasm while you're making a presentation, that enthusiasm is contagious. So now your prospect starts to go with you. If you're bored, they're going to go with you. If you're monotone, they're going to go with you. But if you've got excitement and enthusiasm, they're going to be with you too, which makes it easier for them to reach over and sign on the dotted line. Number 3, your posture. People don't talk about this enough. I never hear anyone talking about this. Look, especially if you're on the phone, you need to sit up, do not slouch. Again, this forces your voice to come out stronger and more, I want to say more energetic, more positive. And it carries. The whole idea is you want what you're doing to basically be contagious. I know I used that word before, but you almost want to, let me see if I can't get this right. You almost want to put the words into their mouth. Of course, yes. So when you suggest that they pick an option, they actually pick an option. As always, hopefully you got something out of this. If you'd like a copy of the policy summary or the carrier niche sheet that I mentioned earlier at the beginning of the video, just email me at doug@ufesonline.com. If you'd like information on working with us on our top producer calendar appointment platform, where the agents are actually getting 20 to 30 appointments every day. And the crazy part is the clients are setting the appointments themselves on your calendar after they see your photo. So they know you're the person that's going to be calling them. Just shoot me an email at that same address. As always, when you put the needs of your clients first, everything else will usually fall right into place. Now get out there or get on that headset, whatever you do, make sure that you do something absolutely awesome for somebody else today. Happy hunting.